Hey everybody, my name is Welonz, and we are gonna be checking out Greedfall today, the latest RPG game from Spiders. I basically hadn't heard about this game up until about a month ago when everyone was talking about it all at the same time. And I saw some of the advertising say that, oh, if you enjoy the Witcher series, then this is something that you'll probably like. And you know, I'm not like a huge fan of the Witcher series, but you know, I do like it a little bit, enough to have about 300 videos of it on my channel, so figured this is something that I'll enjoy. It looks like Greedfall is inspired by Baroque art from the 17th century of Europe, so kinda medievalish, I guess, and there's stuff like magic and supernatural beings. Let's dive right in and see what this is about. Normal should be fine.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Ah, we can customize our character here. Okay. That's cool. We have a few presets if we're lazy. But it seems like, very evidently, a prominent part of this character's appearance is the gigantic scar on their neck? Okay, well, let me spend some time on this then. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. It's actually pretty similar to the first preset, but anyway. Starting classes, Warrior, Technical, Magic. So Warrior, this profile focuses on melee combat. Technical, this profile focuses on controlling the battlefield. Magic, this profile focuses on the use of offensive spells from a distance. According to my playstyle. The skill tree is open, you will be able to unlock the skills of other archetypes as you progress. Well, to begin with, maybe let's go for... Is Warrior a little bit too typical? I'm thinking of Warrior or Magic here. Let's go for Magic, because I want to see how the science in this world goes. Okay. Pick an attribute to invest your first point in, according to your preferred playstyle. Strength? Endurance, accuracy? Oh, so even though I picked Magic, I don't have to put a point in Magic. I can put a point in Strength if I want to? Well, I'll put 1 point here. How about that? Yeah. And I only have 1 point, so that's it. Choose a talent in which to invest your starting point to progress your own way as you complete quests and explore the world. Charisma, Science, Intuition, Craftsmanship. Charisma slightly reduces merchant prices. Science allows me to make simple potions. Intuition, gathering sites become easier to see. Unlock contextual dialogue options. Craftsmanship level 1. Let's go for Intuition for now, because I like the thought of unlocking dialogue options. So let's go.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
What's my position here? It feels like I'm somebody important. The compass, visible at the top, shows important places and active quest objectives. Alright. Okay. I feel like the eyebrows I gave this lady make her look permanently sad, but maybe later on that's gonna change. Hello, everybody. Oh, I can speak to them.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Okay, no worries. Just saying hi. Somebody I'm meeting on the streets in the palace.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
I'm somebody important. Okay. I gotta go and say goodbye to my mother.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
He called me dainty just now. I wonder if the dialogue changes according to what gender you are. I'm fighting with magic, so I gotta do this from a distance. Gotta not let him get close. Defend myself against 3 attacks. Okay. Left shift. Ooh! Ooh, not good. There you go. Prove to Kurt that you can fight. There's a lot of instructions here. Apparently this is called a shadow missile. The tactical pause will pause the game and allow you to choose your next action at your leisure. You will be able to access your spells, skills, and potions to use directly, or assign a shortcut. You can also learn more about the enemies around you. Oh, how do I activate this? Because this just sort of activated by itself just now. So I can say, I wanna do a shadow missile, and it'll do it as soon as it unpauses. You have lost health. To assign a potion to a shortcut, tab. Bind. Bind this to 1. So now when I press 1, that's equal to a health potion. Is it alright if we just focus on getting this guy first? Oh, they want me to heal.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
They threw a lot of commands at me just now in the little pop-up box, so if there's more you want to teach me, I would love to learn.
I'd be up for that. A little last-minute training couldn't hurt.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
2 at the same time. Light magic. You can use shadow and light magic during your adventure. The stasis spell allows you to temporarily freeze an enemy. Spells use magic, shown by the blue meter at the top left. Blue meter? Stasis. So I can bind this to a key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll put it at 3 for now. Light. Cast the stasis spell twice. So the one thing I really have to watch out for as a magic user is my mana bar. Because look at me now. My bar is completely empty pretty much. Armor. The physical armor level is shown with shields on the health bar. Armor absorbs part of the physical damage. To break an enemy's armor, you can use an impact weapon or certain traps. Magic attacks ignore armor. Oh, wonderful! Then we have a bit of a edge to begin with here. Ooh! Fury is a state that allows you to use special attacks that inflict bonus damage and makes enemies lose their balance. A segmented meter that fills up as you attack an enemy, cast a spell or parry attacks from enemies, will allow you to see your Fury level. It's a yellow bar. When the meter reaches its first level, a visual effect will appear in your character's hand. We saw it earlier. Okay, Fury. Didn't really see what the differences between that and the other attacks were, but okay.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sardet are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Okay. There's a lot going on right now, but it seems like I'll be getting ready to go on a voyage very, very soon. As soon as I say my goodbyes to my mother here. Hello? Are you like a plague doctor? We can't go into these other places.
I've put this off as long as I can. I need to make my farewells to my mother. I'll go and meet up with Kurt in the city afterwards.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times.
Princess!
Oh, it's you, my dear child. Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition. Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
So multiple people in our kingdom are afflicted with this disease, which I'm assuming is related to what's on my neck. Some kind of black growth that's spreading. And I'm on a mission to figure out how to cure this. Not only for my people, but for myself too.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Team setup. Right now, I only have Kurt, so there's really not too much to consider here. Kurt is a melee combat master and can wear heavy armors. Oh, but we have a relationship level with each person on our team. Faction, Coin Guard. He's suspicious of me. I see, I see. In addition to being a good fighter myself, I also have to be a good leader. Okay. Characteristics. Oh wow, you can break each person down to like literally everything about them. Oh no, that's just my journal. Okay. We should be good now. Yes, add to team. And there you go.
Greenblood, do you need something?
Ask him whether he felt lonely.
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
Not with me. Is he gonna take it the wrong way though?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you. You were my responsibility. That didn't leave us much time for friendship.
What about now?
Now, I hope that we'll have more time. Anything else?
It seems like we're actually friends, but earlier he seemed kind of antagonistic towards me, so I thought we weren't doing that great.
I must leave you.
Okay. So if I want to do my quests, how does this actually work? I just walk around? Can I open the map? The Lame Embassy? I can notify the ambassador about my departure, or notify the Bridge Alliance ambassador about it. Basically, we gotta go around telling people that we're gonna leave, right? Negotiate with the vendor. Okay. So, leaving. In leaving, we're gonna tell the ambassadors about it. That's the main quest. For the side quests, we might want to go negotiate with the vendor, which is what Kurt was talking about just now. Well, it's all along the way, so we should be doing whatever we come across. Oh wow, it's a really big map. Serene. Is that the place we're at right now? Serene Harbor. Okay. Well, I suppose if we keep walking this way, we'll eventually find the ambassador here. Is Kurt still following me? Yes, he is. So this is 68 meters away. This one is 85. Let's go for this one. Direct access to the map of the region. Local map. Yes, figured this one out already. This place is a bit of a mystery to navigate. The Prince's Place. What the heck is going on here? Oh, is it like burning people because of the disease?
Hello, milady.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Something like that. Serene. Or however you say that in French, or whatever language this is. The road signs. Yeah, the Bridge Alliance Embassy, right up ahead. Hello?
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teofredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Okay. We are someone ranked royally, so we have to have these diplomatic relations with everybody and all, and these ambassadors are from other places. So this city is pretty big. It's something like an international capital.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
The Congregation of Merchants.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
Oh, okay, so we're not exactly good friends here.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
We're just getting thrown into this place here, so they're telling us about a lot of stuff, which we can't expect to understand within 5 minutes. We'll just have to look around and see. So we're in Serene, and we're going to Tirfredi.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Convert.
But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
So the next ambassador we're gonna see is probably not friends with this guy.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sardet.
Lady de Sardet. Guessing we don't have a first name because we could have been male or female.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
No, I get you. Look at my hat, by the way. Half of it is like curled up. It's kind of cute. The other ambassador is actually just down the street pretty much. Fontaine Family Warehouse, Coin Guard Barracks, the charlatan that was ruining the reputation of the alchemists. This is kind of like The Witcher 3. You get a map, and there's question marks, points of interest around the place. In fact, it's exactly called a point of interest. Let's go talk to this guy, maybe. Right down the street here. Cardinal Antonius.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Everyone's making me do this and that. Heretic hunt. Find the smuggler.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Okay, so the main takeaway from this whole conversation is that Thélème is the religious faction.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
The Bridge Alliance, Thélème, not friends, and we're caught in the middle.
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but we'll see.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
Okay.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
There was one very throwaway line in there of all the talking about how there's an introduction of magic because of the religion stuff. And I'm a magic user, right? So I feel like maybe I should be siding with Thélème just because of that. I'm not sure right now though, obviously. Let's keep going and check out these places then. The charlatan, and negotiate with a vendor. And then further on, finding the heretical smugglers is the main quest, it seems. Okay. Serene. We are in Serene. We are heading off to... not Serene. Mateus, New Serene. Island of Tir Freddy. This is the island of Tir Freddy, and this little section here is Serene. So even though this place seems like such a bustling capital, maybe this place will be even more capital-y? Or? It doesn't quite seem like it, just looking at this. City of Merchant Congregation. Okay, we'll see. There's a lot of like little micromanaging things, it seems, so I think we'll just have to walk around and try to get used to it as we go along. Oh. I wanted to jump, but there's no jumping here. Take all of that. Thank you. Just judging by the basic systems we're seeing here, it does have sort of a Witcher feel. A big city, a lot of people wandering around, and points of interest, quests.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
So if we go there, that's going to the captain already, but did we want to go to the other people? Yes. Negotiate with the vendor.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Well, show me your boss then.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Yes, I do. That is very suspicious, because if you don't want to do business, fine, then reimburse me, but he won't do that. Charisma! Does the 50% mean 50% chance of succeeding? Or threaten him, or offer him a bribe with 1 unit of whatever this is.
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, milady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Wonderful. So this guy must see me a bit more favorably now, huh? He shouldn't be suspicious of me? How do I check? How do I check, actually? I'm not sure. That's how I put down a marker. Map, journal. I'm not sure how to get back to that screen where we see the team members. Right. Okay, he's still suspicious of me, but my reputation with the coin guard overall did increase. Takes time. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither were relationships. If we want to go inform the coin guard, that is over here. And along the way, we can find the charlatan. Oh, whoa! Whoa! What do these people suddenly want to fight me?
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
I don't actually have a mana potion, just a health potion right now. Oh god, okay. Are these kind of like bandits?
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
You are low on magic energy.
Things are about to get dicey.
So I can switch to my regular weapons here, if I don't have magic. I'm not great at it, but it beats running around not doing anything because I don't have magic. Cool. This place is not as safe as I thought it was. Random people out to get us just because... Because of what? Because we were nearby, pretty much. Now my mana came back, but my health didn't. It's at half right now, and that's pretty much it. There's a crafting table here. Craftsmanship allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. You need knowledge to be able to use the table. Which we probably don't have right now, right? Melee weapon. Sleeping potion. Wow. There's a lot going on here. Just wondering, can we make like a mana potion? A magic potion? Science level 1, which we don't have. Okay, eventually. But not now. Fine. But I'm looking for the charlatan.
Come to me. You won't regret this miraculous. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
I'm pretty sure that guy was planted. The guy saying, I'll take 2. The Malachor. Is that what I have? Is that what my mother has? This guy's taking advantage of people being scared about their health right now. He's a scammer at the end of the day.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Nasty side effects.
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
No, I think we should just make him drink the ones right here, sitting on the table. Your cart. Oh, I keep trying to jump. We can't jump here, I don't think. At least not with the space bar. The cart. Do we have to walk around here, maybe? There you go. Alchemical research book. These pages are covered in small, almost illegible handwriting, experiment results, patient observations, and incomprehensible symbols. But the complexity of some of these recipes leaves no room for doubt. The author was a true alchemist, and certainly very knowledgeable. The charlatan's antidote. Letter from the innkeeper to the servant. Louise, the weird alchemist of the Alliance who rented a room upstairs, specifically asked us to not clean it during his stay. This old fool must not want us to accidentally break his vials or something. So leave him in his filth. The customer is always right. Sounds like it could be dirty.
To my health and death.
Whoa!
To the others!
Where'd all of you come from? Oh my god.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Yes. I'm gonna drink a health potion here.
They broke your armor. Be careful.
Woohoo!
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
These people knew we were onto them. They were trying to kill us. I feel like the combat is a little bit rough around the edges, and I'm not really sure what good the pause mode is really for, because yeah, it's nice to pause it, but are there really any tactical things that I can do while I'm in this mode here? Guess we'll have to see. Okay, we picked up some letters, but did we find anything super conclusive about this guy being a scammer? Well, we found a letter about how he keeps his room really dirty. That's pretty much it.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I am gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
He ran. Oh, not my weapons. We'll ask the innkeeper here.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
We want to ask about the man who lives here. Oh, or we don't.
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malachor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
You must be talking about New Serene.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
Oh, so even though the place looks like it's bustling, it's actually a pretty recent development because people are afraid of the plague, the Malachor.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Teofredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
I'm actually trying to chase down the fake alchemist here, who should be somewhere around here. Oh, can I have that? Random gold coins. Are you down here? I feel like I'm gonna get beat up because all these people look kind of menacing. Whoa. Got a fancy solitary room here? Are we even in the right place? I don't see the guy. Upper floor. We're not in the right place here. We gotta go find him before he gets away. Here. This is the kitchen. No, so we're still not in the right place because there is still another upper floor here. He has a room here that the innkeepers haven't really cleaned up because the charlatan was insisting that they don't do anything to his room. He's gotta be right here.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Are you selling fake potions or not? I don't care about your beef with each other.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred.
But it doesn't change the fact that your potions are poisonous.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
He's saying he doesn't torture people, but he only means it in a I don't tie them down and make them drink poison kind of way. What he does instead is make the people pay for it, and he experiments on them that way. So this really feels like the pot calling the kettle black. Are we sufficiently convinced that he's really doing a good thing here to let him leave, or should we arrest him? I don't know, man. He sounds pretty self-righteous about this, like he thinks he's the sole savior of the world or something. If what he says is true, that other guy is also a work of art, but it doesn't change that you committed a crime here.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
My lady, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You are under arrest.
How unjust.
Ideally, we can go arrest Dr. Sahin too. It's not like I hate you. It's more that I want to arrest everybody who has done crimes.
I am finished. Sahin is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
Oosh. Well, I don't know what to say to that. Go directly back?
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sardet.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Do I have to deliver the alchemist? I don't really trust this guy either.
He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you to hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tearfredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sardet.
Ah, okay. I'm starting to see what's happening here. Because we have to handle all these politics and diplomacy stuff, whatever we do is gonna directly affect our relations with all the nations and the ambassadors. So right now, we're in good favors with this guy, but later on, if we piss him off, then that might not be the case anymore. The coin barracks are right here. Maybe let's finish up this one and call it a day. We're here to talk to the quartermaster about the shipment.
Lady de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tearfredi as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
We'll just imply it.
But you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that will be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Well, we're going there, right? Why can't we just bring it with us? Is that not a thing? Well, let's see here. There's no particular indication for how to find a way to do this. Oh, okay, no, we just go to the captain here. Maybe we'll pull some strings and get a few favors?
In our selection, whatever you need to be the talk of all serene. Welcome, it's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
What do you have? Rusty mace? Do you have any magic potions? Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Magic potion. Feel like we should have maybe 1 or 2 of these. All 9? How much money do I even have right now? 82. I can't afford that many. 1. Yes, I'll have 1. Thank you.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Something like that. Now we can go straight to... the dock area here. Old warehouses. Port quarter.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Sorry.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Sick tattoos. Can you help us with the merchandise?
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates, after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
A month?
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
You're just talking about this right in front of the boat captain here. Or sorry, ship. Ship.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
No reason. It's something about the heretics, right? Should I just openly say it? Maybe it'll build rapport?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Thélème has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Malice?
You haven't heard anything about my cousin, by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Now about the cabin boy.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Miss Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Okay.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
So I planned on leaving on the ship as the end of the first look here, but it seems like we're gonna be staying on this place, at this place, for a little bit longer, and we're just gonna keep getting more quests. Maybe this place is like White Orchard of The Witcher 3, which is the tutorial area. We've seen about an hour of gameplay so far, and I think a lot of it looks really promising, especially in terms of voice acting, story. These seem to be strong fronts right now. One thing I'm not too sure about is the combat system, but we really haven't dug too much into it at all. We've only fought officially twice. Plus, there seems to be branching paths you can go down with the combat in terms of melee or magic or tactical. So, unfortunately, we weren't really able to fully see those elements in this first hour here. I have gotten the impression that this is a pretty dang long game. I'd love to look at it a little bit more, but unfortunately, I know I don't have the capacity to, so I'll just end off this first look here with positive impressions, and I hope you enjoyed watching Greedfall as much as I enjoyed playing it. This was Welonz, and I will see you in another place, in another time.